Hey everybody, it's just Beast. Welcome back to my channel. And I just finished watching a bunch of videos on TikTok and watched a couple of them here on YouTube. And, it saddens me. It bugs me. It saddens me. Watch through the whole video, you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. But before we begin, let's hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you don't miss another video. Now, what we're talking about is food waste. It's very, very common on you should stay away from very. It's very common on YouTube, on TikTok, not so much on YouTube, of horrible cooking ideas. Terrible cooking shows. There's several people that'll pull out a casserole dish and they'll put raw hamburger on the bottom of a casserole dish. And they'll use their hands and they won't wash their hands. They won't even season the meat. Or they'll put big old bricks of cheese right smack in the middle. And it just really bothers me because I already know, as well as everybody else knows, that food's never going to be eaten. They went and bought, I would say on average, of about 30 bucks worth of food just to throw in the trash can because they just wanted to get views on TikTok and YouTube. It's wasteful, and the thing is, it's also dangerous. Because if I knew a person that never cooked a day in their life, and let's take for a nice big example of, I guess they did, I think they did like hamburger patties. Deep fried, yeah, it was a deep fried hamburger. They had this massive patty. They didn't season it. It was raw. And they put it on the bun, and they put a stack of cheese. Well, used to reference the seat on the back of my big old bus. They put a big old stack of cheese on there. And then they put the top bun on, they put their mustard and ketchup and all that on the bun itself. Again, they used their raw hands that they just handled the meat with, and then they rolled it into batter. And so they rolled it into batter, and they dropped it into the deep fryer. And they were talking about, oh, how good this was going to be. This was going to be fantastic. It was going to be extremely mwah. And I think it was like 10 minutes later, they pulled it out of the deep fryer. And they just let it sit there to cool, and then they started talking about, they do this all the time, and then they take a knife and they cut it in half, and it's dead raw. The meat never even bothered to cook. The outside with the pancake batter was golden brown. But it was that, and they picked it up and they said, I can't wait to take a bite out of this. Now, my question is, let's say somebody, for example, wanted to duplicate this person's idea. They're not experienced in cooking. They're not experienced in food safety. They're not experienced in, they're just beginner level. And they decided that they were going to start eating at home. And they follow this TikToker's video to the key. They think it was yummy. It's absolutely yummy. Just like the gal says, it's going to be so good. It's going to taste so fine. I do this all the time. And this woman does the same thing and then picks it up and takes a big bite of it. and then she gets really, really sick, like with salmonella, do you think that TikToker would be held liable? I think it would. I would have, I mean, there has to be some kind of liability when somebody is teaching bad cooking. When they're showing terrible, horrible, god-awful cooking ideas. And then it brings me back to the food safety. But, I mean, they're not washing their hands. They're not keeping their prep area clean. They're cross-contaminating constantly. It's just like people making soup and slop in a toilet bowl. It's like people making some kind of slop inside of a sink, and then they pick it up with their hands and dump it into the casserole dish. It doesn't make sense. But all I could see is that stuff's never going to be eaten. It's going to be thrown right into the trash can. What really gets me is I'm watching other people doing a react to it, which is actually just publicizing this horrible cooking channel. So you have the main cooking channel, you have the person that's doing the react to it saying, "Oh God, I would never do this. Just you want salmonella poisoning and it ain't easy if it ain't cheesy." I mean, it doesn't make sense. Why are they, I mean, this is what people are doing to get views, but they're not realizing that eventually it's going to make someone sick. Eventually, it could possibly kill someone because of how bad they've handled the food, and then and that $30 worth of groceries that they bought that they're dumping into whatever pan is just going into the garbage. Because, well, that's the money they made off of TikTok. That's the money they made off of YouTube. They're just doing it so they can be able to give reactions. And they're just throwing it away. And the best thing is that $30 that they put in, they write it off in their taxes. So technically, it really doesn't cost them anything. It's an expense. But I'd just like to say this type of stuff needs to stop, and people need to stop endorsing this food waste garbage. Promote the healthier channels, the better channels that are really doing some good cooking videos, instead of people that are doing this garbage stuff and showing bad techniques that could possibly harm a brand new cook, or maybe even your child trying to make a surprise dinner for you. And they're following these people on that platform. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think it's entertaining? Do you guys think it's comedy? Do you guys say just leave it alone? It'll eventually go. It won't eventually go, because they're getting the stitches. They're getting people that are interacting with the video. So let me know in the comment section below. Do you guys think this type of stuff should be banned on the platform? Which it is. It's waste. It's a waste of food, and it's showing unhealthy or unsanitary conditions in which they've made their food. So let me know in the comment section below. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss another video. And until next time, keep on walking.